every progressive, loving, and focused leader will do. And that is Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. He has urged all members of IPOB, Biafrans, and the lovers of Biafra, progressive-minded people trapped in that contraption called Nigeria, and of course in diaspora, to self-isolate themselves, self-quarantine yourself, and engage in regular, sanitizing of yourself, of your hands, and to be safe from the pandemic coronavirus. The virus merely spreads from person to person through droplet transmission in close contact, and the virus attacks the respiratory system. This virus is said to have come from Wuhan in China, Asia, and it moved rapidly into Europe. Italy has the highest number of victims, and that spread around the whole of Europe. You'll find it just everywhere, and it's spreading and increasing every minute, every second, every hour. Same in the United States of America. You go to Australia, you find the cases. And we have also reports in Africa and, of course, in Nigeria too, where there are cases of an Italian man came in and all of that. Anyway, like I said, the virus spreads mainly from person to person through droplet transmission, through close contact. The virus can survive on surfaces. That is very important for us to know, and can also be transmitted as a contact infection by handling materials or surfaces contaminated with a sputum, that's spit or droplets of an infected person. Nevertheless, this is not considered to be the main route of infection. In everyday life, you can reduce your risk of infection by also maintaining good hygiene, and that has to do with washing off your hands regularly with soap and water, warm water, and of course, if you don't have that, but make sure you wash your hands. And there are alcohol-based hand sanitizer. At least to have 70 to 80% of alcohol that can be used to wash your hands and clean off your hands from the virus. And of course, if you are someone that normally you are hygienic, you're someone that maintains hygiene, and you will not find this difficult or strenuous. If you go to Europe, you find a lot of people have been quarantined. If you go to France, it's a curfew. If you are found outside without justifiable reasons, you will be arrested, even if you don't have the virus at all, because they don't want you to be a burden to the already overburdened medical practitioners and the government itself. So it is right for everyone to make sure that they do not sacrifice themselves for this coronavirus that is out there without any solution as at the moment. There are stories of people making use of chloroquine here and there. It has not been officially proved or officially given out or said or announced. Anyway, Nnamdi Kanu tells all IPOB members to engage in COVID-19 prevention regularly. COVID-19 is the name for the coronavirus. Coronavirus disease prevention by the Federal Ministry of Health. It says you should regularly and thoroughly wash your hands with soap under running water, and of course alcohol-based sanitizer if water is not available. I think you can take that around. You can have the small hand sanitizer, even if it's the big one, you have it in your car. It's very important for your children and for yourself. And you make sure you self-quarantine yourself. You don't have to go out there if you don't really need to really go. And when you go out there, you have to be very careful. There is nothing like, is my family member, is my friend, I know him very well. No, he's my pastor, he's anointed. All of that is scam. Or, I know him, is my Islamic cleric, or whatever it is. You have to be extremely careful. Now, they talk about covering your mouth and nose with your bent elbow or tissue paper when you cough or sneeze, and dispose any used tissue immediately. Whenever you are around someone that coughs without covering their mouth, escape for your life. It doesn't matter who they are. Escape for your life, as this virus does not care about race, tribe, ethnic group, religion, what party you belong to, and what location. This is a virus that care less about boundary. You should maintain at least 1.5 meters. That's 5 feet. You know what that is? If you know what 6 feet is, you need to maintain at least 5 feet distance between yourself and anyone who you realize is coughing or sneezing. Oftentimes you see people just pass around, they cough, they sneeze without care. It's time for you to be proactive, not reactive, because then the virus will have hit you. You have to be proactive. If it turns to you offending someone, let the person be offended. At least you'll be alive and safe. That's just what it is. If you have traveled recently to a country with COVID-19 or where the outbreak, you should at least quarantine yourself for at least 14 days and find out if you have the fever. If there is a medical facility for you to do the test, do it. It comes with fever, cough, or breathing difficulties. Call, and there is a phone number in different countries that you can call for such. Avoid contact with people if you have traveled recently to any country with COVID outbreak in the last 14 days. Anywhere in Europe, avoid contact with people from Europe. Avoid contact with people from America. Don't say my uncle just came back from America. My uncle just came back from Europe. You avoid anyone from Europe as that pandemic is so high in all of these places. Also, people from Asia, avoid people from there. And that's not to say you don't take care of yourself in your own country, in your own state, in your own village, in your own town, or wherever you are. Start cleaning start walking towards cleaner areas, and walk towards having a clean environment. All surfaces that are frequently touched, door handles, armrests, tabletop, light switches, water taps, needs to be sanitized. At least just have a kind of alcohol wipe around it, because you might go to a place where someone else has used to wash their hands, public toilet. You should quickly make sure that you have the hand sanitizer. In public places, make sure that you do not touch surfaces like you're on the bridge, probably the flyover, you're on the flyover and then you have to touch the handrail, or you live in a place where there are a lot of people there. It's not only on the street, you have to look at the handrail. It's time for you to keep your hands in what they call straight jacket. Don't shake hands with nobody. There is no crime if you don't shake hands with anyone. And the best for washing of clothes is also detergents that are alkaline in nature, mildly alkaline in nature. They are very good. They will definitely kill any virus or germs. It's very important. Now, about wearing of gloves to protect your hands when cleaning surfaces, or when you know that you have to relate with a lot of people, it is better you have your gloves in your hands. Of course, you need to still have the hand sanitizer. After cleaning the gloves, throw it away carefully, and that's just it. Use disposable gloves. Now, I've seen a lot of people wear some funny looking nose cover. I don't know if I would call that nose mask. Some of these things are cloth, and you'll be wondering if maybe they just feel like, let's just do this. Since they improvise, I think, and they sew some pieces of clothes together and put it around their nose. I don't know. They've said that none of those things are actually going to work. You need the proper nose guard. If you have to use a nose guard, it's very important, and you have the hand sanitizer. You cannot be using the glove that you're using to touch all surfaces and you have a nose guard, and next you put your hands down to that nose guard and then you are trying to adjust. You are still fooling yourself. In fact, it is more dangerous. I think the best option for you is to have that hand sanitizer, the alcohol-based hand sanitizer, to protect yourself. Clean carefully. That's just it. Clean all equipment, your smartphone. It's very important. Do not just say, I'm washing my hands alone and that's it, and you take the smartphone back again. No, make sure you have the hand sanitizer. Make sure you use the hand sanitizer to rub your smartphone. If you are someone that uses, you have the optical glasses, I'm talking of the optical frame for your eyes, and you touch that often, make sure you use the alcohol base to touch to make sure you wipe them. It's very important. This disease, the truth of the matter is that it has no cure. At the moment, there are stories, medical explanations here and there that are not really reliable per se. And of course, they said, it affects people that have low immune system. They are targeting ages. They say the disease targets and brings down more on people that are from 50 upwards and people that are children also. But then I don't think that is the case. I don't think that is the case here. I believe everyone can be infected by this disease, and it can affect you in different ways. I mean, just imagine if you have low immune system, you don't know about it until the disease hits you. Just imagine you have malaria fever. How does it feel? You have typhoid fever. How do you feel? That's a little bit of the symptoms of coronavirus from all indications. So children are to be kept safe, because this disease will, they said, it's so hard on children and hard on old people. But young people, they say they might be able one way or the other to, overcome or pass through the symptoms and with few medication, paracetamol, and some other things that they come up with, they say they might be able, their immune system might be able to work against it. But then that is not a guarantee. So don't believe that, oh, I'm a young person and this coronavirus is not going to kill me. No, there are young people that have died. Old people die, children die. That's just what it is for now. If you're not a member of this channel, let's grow it together by you tapping on the subscription button and the red notification icon bell below. It will alert you whenever videos are uploaded. Thanks for stopping by.